Hello everybody, this is my 45th review of films to come out in 2025, and today we are talking about Wolfman, written and directed by Leigh Whannell. He also directed The Invisible Man and Upgrade, two movies that I haven't seen but heard very mixed things about. I have, however, seen Insidious Chapter 3, which I believe was the one he directed. I do not like that movie. I don't like any of the Insidious movies, actually, and he wrote the first four. He also wrote the first three Saw movies. But with that all aside, would I recommend Wolfman? No. The worst thing about this movie is its obscenely dark cinematography. It's terrible. I don't know how much of this has to do with the lighting, the camera, the color grading, but some department really dropped the ball with this movie. It's actually unwatchable at points. I had such a hard time registering what was happening or what I was looking at because the cinematography is that bad. Thank God they casted Julia Gardner in this movie just because of her blonde hair. It was the one aspect I was able to spot on screens when the cinematography got super dark so I could see where the character was. And to be fair, it's only certain points of the movie where the cinematography is this bad, but should never be this bad, obviously. And that's really the most interesting part of this movie. It's a very uneventful movie. It feels short, but that's because nothing much happens, especially during the second act. The first act of the movie is okay, but there's some really bad dialogue. Here's one of the worst lines in the movie, which I decided to write down. "Let's go to Oregon and spend time with our daughter, and you can work on your book. I don't know if I'm good at that anymore." What? You're a great writer. No, I mean spending time with my daughter. Who talks like that? There really isn't much more for me to talk about with this movie. I was just very uninterested and very much not scared. The story is the husband/father in this family gets infected by a wolf bite and becomes a wolf man. It's trying to be like The Shining or something where, you know, he gets more evil and starts being violent and shit, but it's just not scary at all. One of the best and worst elements of this movie is these really interesting shots they do from the Wolfman's POV where he can't understand what the people are saying and stuff. It looks cool, but it comes off as kind of dumb. It honestly makes the whole situation a lot less scary and confusing. If we're supposed to take this seriously, if this is actually the guy's POV, then he should just communicate by writing something down. If the implication is that he's so mentally incapacitated that he can't even do that, then I feel like they should have shown that. I don't know. And considering the whole movie is supposed to be a metaphor for something serious, at one point they literally just flat out tell you the themes of the movie and generational trauma and whatever. It's just stupid. Don't do it like this. Don't make his POV this overt if it's a metaphor. You shouldn't make it that literal. It's crazy to talk about this movie the day after I talked about Weapons because Julia Gardner is quite bad in this movie. I had a real tough time connecting with her character at all. She, I think, should have been the one that turned into a wolf person. Also, just gonna be honest here, would have been way more interested in a movie called Wolf Woman. It's just a better title. The way this movie ends is so undramatic and lame. Truly, it feels like such an insignificant point of the story to end the movie on. It's one of those endings where you're like, oh, I guess it's over now. Cool, I guess. I had real trouble paying attention to this one. It was just super boring. I'm gonna give this a 1.5 stars out of 5. Tomorrow, I will make a review for The Woman in the Yard, so stay subscribed to see that. In the description, I will put a link to my Letterboxd list ranking all of the movies I've reviewed of 2025 so far. Here is the ranking so far, and here is where Wolfman is placed, and there are the rest. There should also be a link to the YouTube playlist of all of my 2025 film reviews. You can also find that on my channel page and right here on the left side of your screen. Thank you for watching. Comments and likes are very much appreciated. They help give me a little boost in the algorithm. That's all I gotta say. See ya.